Coming right up, the Mavericks. It's great to be with you on a Monday. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. And the Clippers starting five. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Kennard in at the 2. And for Dallas, we've got Hardaway. Cauley-Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Now, here's Doncic. 6 to shoot. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Off target with his 3.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Pushing it up. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
You don't see many big guys run the floor like this, do you? I mean, Porzingis special.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Floats it up for Cousins. Leonard finds Cousins. A wide open look here for Ibaka. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Doncic, no good.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Kennard for 3. That one misses. Hardaway goes in. Here's Porzingis. Pulls it up. It doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Boy, a very capable passer, DeMarcus Cousins, does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Now, here's Doncic. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. LA has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. That's a 2 from Kennard. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
That one goes. Count it. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Hardaway finds Doncic. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
The pass to Kennard from deep three-point range. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Brunson. It's hauled in by Beverly. The Clippers in the lead. Kennard with the ball. Now guarded by Redick. Kennard's shot is off.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And Redick kicks to Richardson. And the wide open shot from Redick controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Passes it to Zubac. There's 42 seconds left in the first. Beverly finds Kennard. On deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Kennard's got 9 points.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Brunson scanning the floor. Redick with the bucket.
You know, that's one of Redick's specialties there. I mean, you knock a shot down against his team, he's looking to come right back at you.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. That's tipped. Powell with the steal. And here's the break. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Kennard for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players.
You know, this game, it's a physical game, obviously, but, a lot of it is mental. So, just, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Doncic. And it's Melli in at the 4-man position. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that 2-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Melli. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Luka Doncic. And stolen by Cousins. And now the Clippers on the break. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
A putback, offensive rebound Mavericks. Brunson against Beverly. 5 on the clock. Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Kennard for 3. Powell pulls it in. Dallas leading by 6.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Beverly finds Kennard. Lets the 3 fly. No good. Shot missing. And it's Dallas the other way.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
For 3, Richardson. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Kennard for 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Beverly against Brunson. Now here's Powell. He's guarded closely. Steps back and fires. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Brunson against Beverly, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Hardaway passes to Cauley Stein. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And Cauley Stein, so explosive around the rim. Hard to defend without fouling.
Cauley Stein hits them both. Clippers trail by 11. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Nobody near George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Yeah, trying to get it all back in a hurry, and you're right on that. But these threes they're taking have not helped. They're trying to catch fire, and they've yet to find the match. He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get, and he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you he can get it done at both ends now, taking possession solo, stealing it and scoring it.
It's George on the wing, tips it up. Porzingis with the rebound.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
George with the ball. From deep three-point range, and the Clippers miss again. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fan. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Ibaka. Kennard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Rondo in at the 1.
Boy, the coaching staff loves seeing this. I mean, Porzingis being active and effective from this area here.
Rondo against Doncic. Rondo's shot is good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Finney-Smith passes to Cauley-Stein. Here's Finney-Smith. On the wing, Doncic. He's covered by Rondo. Doncic, no good. Clippers trail by 14.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Shots good by Kennard.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Doncic against Rondo. Doncic outside. The putback. It's good on the putback.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Rondo, bounce pass. And here's Kennard. He's got 12. Now, Doncic from deep. Pass to Finney-Smith. Kicks it to Hardaway. Here's Cauley-Stein. He's got 8, just 4 to shoot. And it's Doncic missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Ibaka outside. Here's Rondo. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Cauley-Stein. Josh Richardson's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Marcus Morris is checked in for Cousins. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. Paul George is checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And here's George for 3. The tray. And it's Melli with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Clock at 6. The 3 for Doncic. Great that time from Leonard.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Out to Morris. Back to Leonard. This is to George. Launches it. It's rebounded by Dallas. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Mike Powell comes in for Nicolo Melli. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Doncic. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 17. And here's George for 3. And it's George again missing. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 17-point lead, their biggest. Powell tips it back in.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
George way outside. Misses and the dry spell continues.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
It's tipped. Moving it up. Finished off the break. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
And so it's Dallas, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. Right back after this break. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Mavericks leading by 17. We've got Jalen Brunson. He's out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Melly in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Porzingis passes to Hardaway.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Beverly dishes to George. This one for 3. Hands it from downtown.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Beverly against Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 18.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And George kicks to Morris. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Morris. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
Here's Brunson. Here's Melly. 5 to shoot. And that one goes long.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
A three-pointer is right on target. George has got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Clippers. Dallas leading by 13. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Now here's Cauley Stein. Pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. Clock is at 3. Tips it. It's good on the putback.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Here's Jackson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Cauley Stein with it. Outside, Porzingis. And the 3 off target.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Back to Doncic. Redick for 3. Offensive rebound.
Porzingis doing a nice job using that length to clean up the glass nicely.
Here's Jackson. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Kennard for three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Cauley-Stein's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Richardson with it. Leonard picks him up. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Here's the three. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
There's 1:17 left to play in the final quarter. And here's Jackson. Now Kennard. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Richardson for three. Kennard with the rebound. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. From deep. The shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Wasted no time on that one. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
From deep three-point range, Doncic, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Job's basic tonight. Now we'll look at Dallas' starting lineup. We've got Luka Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Lillard in at the 1. Hardaway against Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Porzingis can't hit. And here are the Blazers. Powell, no one around him, drills the three-pointer. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor. You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Doncic, no good. And Portland with the ball. It's a three-point game. 20 feet out. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Finney Smith. Porzingis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, when you see Porzingis attack the glass, you want to stand up in your seat. There's been these opportunities where we've seen him flying in for some highlight dunks.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. It's good.
Consistent and accurate from that particular spot on the floor. The offense kind of predicts those shots. Lillard's got a good eye for the mid-range.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Back to Giles. Jones kicks to Lillard. From the wing, and again, it's Portland converting.
To the point now where Lillard is just as good at creating his own shot or spotting up off the ball. Keeps defenses guessing.
Here's Doncic. That one drops for him.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here. early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
From 18 feet away, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Lillard's got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Outside, Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Plenty of space. The offensive rebound. Porzingis on the follow.
There's just too much size with Porzingis to stop him from doing that.
Portland leading by 5. Three-pointer, Lillard. On the wing, Jones. Back to Lillard. Pass to Powell. And Lillard kicks to Giles. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. It's Hardaway with the drive. And that one, good.
That's a hard-nosed play from Hardaway, absorbing contact and not taking no for an answer.
Here is Lillard. He has 6. Outside, Jones. On deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Finney-Smith. Misses off the left iron.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Lillard outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Porzingis. Great look there, but off target. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Trailblazers out in front. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter, Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Kanter also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. Misses off the right iron.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
Brunson the pass to Reddick. On defense, Portland. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Powell finds Reddick.
The aggressiveness from McCollum there was nice. Not known as a big-time defender, but anticipating where he needed to be, and that affected the shot.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. And Covington sends it back. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Brunson the pass to Reddick. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Richardson. And Kanter pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 7. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for McCollum. Melly is checked in for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber comes in for J.J. Redick. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. And McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. The three. Portland grabs the miss. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Tries it from 9. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Doncic. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Maley.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Simons. Anthony finds Canner. Just 5 to shoot. Covington down low. Guarded by Doncic. Mavericks trailed by 5. Stolen by McCollum. Cuts off the pass. They get it back. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboard right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Josh Richardson. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Pulls it from 20. Tips it up. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his first 2 points.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Doncic feeling it out. And he comes up with the deuce.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Doncic against Lillard. Down low. Here's Nurkic. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly from beyond the arc and then some. Doncic has got 7 points.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Lillard way outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Now Lillard, he's got 6. Passes it to Giles. Back to Lillard. Good if it goes. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Dallas ending the second quarter on a 12-4 run. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were in a 7-point hole at one stage. And that'll do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
You want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3-6. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And Nurkic did a great job just keeping the motor running.
Now, here's Doncic. The pass to Finney-Smith. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. When you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, the reach a factor there for Cauley Stein. I'd love to see him hit the boards a little bit more often.
90 seconds now into the second half. Lillard misses. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. It's deflected.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Kicks it out to McCollum. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. McCollum's got his first 3 points of the game.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Brunson scanning the floor. Finney-Smith. They grab their own miss. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shot.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Mavericks trail by 4. Up top, Burke. Covered by Anthony. Redick passes to Marjanovic. Good on the shot.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And here's Anthony for 3. The shot missing. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Redick for 3. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The shot's good from Cantor. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
This is a guy who plays with a high motor and who enjoys contact. Cantor feasting inside.
Burke looking over the floor. Redick passes to Marjanovic. And he makes that one. Marjanovic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Pass to Simons. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Off target from three-point range. Dallas has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Richardson, good.
D's got to pay better attention to Richardson, one of the better shooters on the roster. This time, he gets it done from the mid-range.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's McCollum. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 6.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Outside, Redick. Back to Marjanovic. And he lays it straight in. He's got 6.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
For Portland, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Simons, the pass to McCollum. And there's the feed to Anthony. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Carmelo really has great footwork down low, showing off the feel right there when he gets near the paint.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Trailblazers lead by 3 from Portland. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Jones. And it's Giles in at the power forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Cauley Stein comes in for Nicolo Melli. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Doncic outside. From the arc. They get the rebound. Marjanovic, 2 points. That one goes.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Lillard against Doncic. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is coming in for Marjanovic. Hardaway is subbed in for J.J. Redick. The 3 for Doncic. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Giles has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jones kicks to Nurkic. Feeds it to Lillard. Yes, that goes in.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Doncic with it. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
That free throw good from Doncic.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Doncic outside. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
So it's the Mavericks now. Shot clock at 5. all alone. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Lillard way outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
Jones against Doncic. He feeds it to CLA Stein. Dallas moving it around. And it's Doncic missing. Portland leading by 5. And they're pushing it up. 1:41 left in the fourth. Back to Porzingis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Pass to Lillard. And here's Nurkic. And that's an intentional foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Giles. Zach Collins checked in for Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Powell. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Cantor inside. He's against Porzingis. Dallas has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Out to Hardaway. Here's Finney-Smith. And there's the pass to Doncic. Here's CLA Stein. Outside Porzingis. CLA Stein trying to free himself up. Got it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That's a huge confidence boost right there for Kristaps Porzingis. He's proving he's got what it takes in those moments.
Outside Collins. Back to McCollum. Beyond the arc. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by CLA Stein. Hardaway with the steal.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
Now this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
Cantor dishes to Lillard. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
That's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
I mean, every year since his rookie campaign, Lillard gets the maximum attention from defenses. They're schemed to slow him down. That's what's so impressive about the numbers that he's put up throughout his career.
So the Trailblazers win it. Probably a little closer than they would have. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. There with Morris. Then there's Batum. Then there's Jackson. And it's George in the shooting guard position. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It'll be a fun matchup to watch.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game.
A foul right off the bat. You hate to pick up your first one so quick.
Here is Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Oh, man, an underrated big man. Nurkic, I mean, his brute strength is intimidating to deal with on both ends.
And he sinks the second. Here's Jackson. He kicks it to Batum. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Covington. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. Pushing it up. Passes to Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard with no one around. The Trailblazers rebound. It's stolen by Morris. Batum attacking over Jones. Batum, good.
Even when the defenders are crawling on Batum, he gets the job done, knowing he can use his length to get off any shot he wants down there.
Now, here's Lillard. Outside, Covington. Fires from deep. Portland again missing. And it's the Clippers' ball. George way outside. Lillard with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Now, here's Nurkic. Jones, the pass to Covington. Lock at 6. With the putback.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Batum attacking, and the shot goes in.
The long, slender body of Batum helping him right there. I mean, he's used all that athleticism to knock down the bucket.
And Lillard kicks to Covington. to Lillard. Three-pointer. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
George finds Leonard. Back to George. Here's Batum. Rebound by Nurkic.
Come on. You got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
There's the dish to Powell. Nurkic, the pass to Covington. Back to Nurkic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The closer Nurkic is to the basket, the more dangerous he is. A solid interior scorer.
George dishes to Batum. Good D by Covington.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Lillard outside. And the 3-ball is good. Lillard's got 6.
There's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on those.
Back to George. Powell with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And it's Jones finishing it off.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
It's great watching Lillard go after steals, showing he can take over possessions all by himself.
And stolen by Lillard. Jones with him. Guarded now by Jackson. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Leonard. Count that one.
And providing the support, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by Portland.
2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
2 fouls, and we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Fires the 3. Sinks the 3-pointer.
Oh, great ball movement there.
26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Rondo kicks to Leonard. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first. And it's put back up and in by Rondo.
Well, how do you describe Rondo's approach? I think it's disciplined, fearless, and opportunistic.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Offline from the top of the key.
The defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
And so it's Damian Lillard. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. 5 on the clock. With the fadeaway. And he gets it to go. Kanter's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Trailblazers. Clippers trail by 10. Pass to Kennard. From deep 3-point range, it's not going to go for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's Powell, and he banks in the layup.
Oh, man, a reliable glue guy. Collins isn't just a skilled scorer. I mean, he's a rebounder, and he passes it well, too.
Kennard, the bounce pass. Nobody near Leonard. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. From deep. He can't get that one.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Here's Simons. And it's off from 3-point range. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter.
And look, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on this team.
Now here's Powell. To the left side wing. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Kicks to Carmelo. Portland needs to get off a shot. The shot by Powell, no good.
And Simon a bit undersized at that two-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Clippers trail by 10. Kennard, the pass to Rondo. Dishes it to Leonard. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Leonard's got 6.
Well, tally up another helper for Rondo. I mean, he just keeps climbing that all-time assist list. Incredible career that keeps going.
Here's Simons. Powell, no one around him. Off target from outside. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Back to Leonard. Over Anthony. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. He dialed that one up from long distance. 11 points in the game.
He keeps working on the three-point line. I mean, that's his 3rd triple of the game. First in the quarter.
Rondo finds Zubats. Now, here's Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's good on the putback.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lillard against Rondo. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard or you'll get dunked on.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing here by 8. The pass to Kennard. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Canner. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Trailblazers keep it alive. Lillard outside. Six to shoot. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even the slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Here's Batum over Jones. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the amazing pump fake from Batum. The D falls for it every time.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And a deep three from Lillard. It's stolen by Morris.
Gotta like seeing McCullough get gritty on defense, using his quick.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoy. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 13 points, 2 steals.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Lillard fires away from way outside. That won't go. He's failed to score in 6 of his 11 tries from the field. Jackson dishes to Batum. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's just years of experience coming into play. Batum's aggressiveness and basketball savvy, I mean, it puts defenders in difficult spots.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 13. And then Lillard slams it in.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Jackson against Lillard. Kicks it out to Leonard. Passes it to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Powell for 3. Sinks the triple. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
You can learn a lot by watching him operating their offense.
Leonard looking over the floor. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Lillard against Jackson. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Outside Leonard. Outside George. Powell with the steal. And here's the fast break. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. He kicks it to Lillard. Six to shoot. And good that time.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
George against Powell. Outside George. Outside Jackson. Pass to Morris. On pass to George.
And Morris does a great job keeping his head up, finding his teammate for quality shots.
Portland leading by 5. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Powell against George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Robert Covington picks one up. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times, and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Now, here is Ibaka. From deep 3-point range. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Lillard with it. He's got 23. From deep. He is hauled in by Paul George. Clippers trail by 6. Beverley the pass to Cousins. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Portland with a new 14. Lillard outside. Clock at 4. Goes back up. The shot comes out.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Usually, he drops those in between jumpers.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Lillard outside. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward position. Ibaka, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 4. To the paint. Anthony kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Puts it up from 17. McCollum, no good.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
The 9-foot shot. Ibaka, no luck. And for Portland, they're shooting 43% for the game. Stops. Pops. Yep, that one goes. McCollum's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Trailblazers.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Kennard for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Kennard's gone 1 of 6 shooting so far. Here's McCollum. And he makes good on the layup. And it's an 8-point Portland lead.
Gotta respect the speed of McCollum. Fantastic at knifing through the defense and beating them to the bucket.
Beverly looking around. Here's Kennard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game for the Trailblazers. Collins checked in for Enes Kanter. Jones comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And Norman Powell subbed in for McCollum. Jones, the pass to Powell. A 3-pointer, no good.
Strong D on the perimeter. That's how you got to play.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Zach Collins. Monday Hollis Jefferson comes in for Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. Morris. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 6th rebound on the night to the right side. Here's the pass to McCollum. Pass to Simon. Just 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. One-on-one here. That's a 2 from Kennard. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the boards.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. For 3. Nailed from 3-point land.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Kennard, the pass to Batum. Shoots over Kanter. That one off the back iron and out. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's McCollum. Batum grabs the miss. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Morris throws it down.
Now, these shots are important for Morris to make, demonstrating why he is seen as a leader of this squad.
Collins passes to Simons. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. He dishes it to Anthony. Canner in the corner. Trailblazers keep it alive. McCollum outside. And another three for Portland.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McClellan, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Kennard against McCollum. He lobs up the alley. Oh! That is just nasty.
The athleticism on that thing. And really, Batum just finds a way to knock down these clutch shots. His poise is simply incredible.
Pass to Simons. Kicks to Cantor. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Kennard for three. And it's Portland with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead early. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Lillard. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
That's his second personal.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
From deep three-point range, kept alive. Cantor kicks to Lillard. From deep, off the mark. So the Trailblazers win it. A solid win on the road for them. This building was... Los Angeles, California is the scene for the Mavericks. An absolute spark on the hardwood. Luke. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Porzingis, Luka Doncic out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2 guard.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Clippers on defense. Now, here's Doncic. Wide open look here for Cauley Stein. The baseline J off the mark. A pass to Porzingis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Just leave it at the rim and let the big man do the rest. KP with the nice finish.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Outside, Batum. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Porzingis. It's good on the putback.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
George against Redick. Outside, George.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar. What I love about Luka Doncic is how much fun he has playing the game. Shots like that, the flair just demonstrate it.
George passes to Batum. Up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Outside, Redick. Porzingis inside, defended by Batum, and the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
George passes to Morris. To the inside, Batum, Porzingis with the block. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Redick with it, guarded now by Jackson. Porzingis can't hit.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity. Well, that's about timing and precision and knowing for Paul George how to use that leaping ability to get that alley-oop.
Redick passes to Doncic. Another three for Dallas.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Pass to Batum. Jacks up a three. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Mavericks leading by 6. Here's Finney-Smith. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Jackson against Redick. Jackson dishes to Batum. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Nelly is checked in for Cauley Stein. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled. Inside.
From deep three-point range, Kennard's shot is off. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Already, they piled up 8 second chance points.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Rajon Rondo. Dallas also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Doncic. Zubac's in the post. Marjanovic on him. Ibaka outside. Shot clock at 6. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Brunson with it. Richardson outside. Takes the three. The rebound by Ibaka. And here is Zubac. Pass to Ibaka. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. We'll return shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Mavericks here, guys.
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Brunson, good. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Rondo kicks to Morris. Kennard against Richardson. To the paint. Doncic with the steal. Only one man back on D. Ahead. In the dunk by Doncic.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
Rondo passes to Kennard. Pass to Zubac. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Richardson against Kennard. And here's Doncic from the arc. Offensive rebound. Powell kicks to Brunson. It's another look. And another shot. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Brunson against Rondo. On the wing, Morris. Ball's knocked loose. Now the pass to Mann. 5 to shoot. Here's Zubac. No good that time. And it's Dallas the other way. From deep. Here's Powell. Kleba finds Brunson. No good on the 3. Clippers trail by 18. Here's Mann. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Now Brunson. Pass to Kleba. Brunson scanning the floor. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Now here's Doncic, guarded closely, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Kennard for 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game and he's on the board for 3. Passes it to Brunson. Now Kleba. And here's Doncic from the arc. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
Well, I'm not sure who was responsible for the blockout, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Kennard's shot is off.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Here's Zubac. And the layup's good off the glass. Zubac has got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening. Doncic
outside. Up in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. We come back right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 15. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
They've done a lot of things.
And that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Trey Burke. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Finney-Smith in its small forward. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
And so Cousins will bring it up for Los Angeles, trailing by 13. Fast break, Dallas. Burke with the ball. With some arc. Bucket is good.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And Los Angeles guys shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. George passes to Leonard. Lobs it up for Ibaka.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Now here's Burke, defended by Beverly. Redick against George. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Dallas also making some changes. Nelly is checked in for Cauley-Stein. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Trey Burke. George passes to Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Batum. Cousins comes in for Morris, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Dallas, no good that time either.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
George finds Leonard, an emphatic alley-oop jam. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. Redick against Beverly. Ibaka goes in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Porzingis.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the three ball.
Doncic outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Floats it up for Cousins. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
1:03 left in the third. Here's Doncic. He's got 16. From outside the arc, Porzingis, great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Batum against Porzingis. A shot by Batum, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Doncic outside. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Batum. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Doncic. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Drills it from outside. Richardson's got 5 now.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Kennard. Fires for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks taking a 19-point lead into the break. It seems like nothing they do can go wrong as they string together one successful possession after another. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Rajon Rondo. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson, and it's man in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. There's the lob to Jackson. Mavericks leading by 17. Stolen by Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Burke kicks to Richardson. Cloak loose. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Rondo. Finished off the break.
How about the energy? Just relentless here. Rondo excellent at just gliding down the floor and finishing in style.
Now here's Burke. Defense is right there. And the pass to Kleba. Back to Burke. Here's the lob to the hoop. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Rondo passes to man. Now here is Morris. Kleba defending. Out to the wing. Out to Morris. Unloads. Again, Los Angeles.
Really good job anticipating the rise and fire off the catch. Go ahead, Marcus Morris.
Now here's Burke. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Richardson the pass to Hardaway. Mavericks leading by 13. Marjanovic finds Hardaway on target from 13 feet.
And how about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in second and third opportunities.
Rondo bounce pass. Outside Jackson for the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And Los Angeles with some changes. Cousins comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Leonard in for Jackson. Here's Redick. Pass to Porzingis. The fadeaway. Out to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Dallas again missing. Clippers trail by 15. Here's Leonard. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
Outside, Redick. Over in the corner, Doncic launches a three, and it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Leonard the pass to George. Count that one.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Mavericks leading by 11. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Here's Finney-Smith. He's covered by Leonard. Clock at 6. Left side, Porzingis.
That's the size and the instincts defensively of DeMarcus Cousins. Nicely done.
Can't connect from 14 feet out. Leonard attacking. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 11.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Mavericks.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Luka Doncic.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
The three for Doncic. Porzingis kicks to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. Redick passes to Finney-Smith. A 3-ball. It's blocked.
Wow, Patrick Beverley, barely 6 feet. Send it back, young Patrick.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
Here's Finney-Smith. Redick for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
Well, guys, I'm very...
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Jones is out there with Giles. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Powell in at the 2 guard. And for the Mavericks, we've got Josh Richardson. Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small 4. Now here's Lillard. Now, here's Nurkic, down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Powell, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Cauley Stein. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Jones. Here's Giles. Second shot opportunity. The 3. Jones finds Lillard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're 2 of the best teams in the league or the 2 worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right. When it's a conference rivalry, that's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them friends.
Porzingis can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. They get it again. Kicks it out to Jones. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
Well, you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic. I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. To the left wing. Here's Finney Smith. Guarded by Powell. The drive by Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Pass to Nurkic. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Lillard. 6 to shoot. Lets it go with the 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Lillard's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Richardson. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
It takes a lot to shake Richardson's focus. He's adept at absorbing the hit and finishing the play.
Dallas shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Now here's Powell. Back to Lillard. Pass to Giles. And he slams it one-handed.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
The 3 for Doncic. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. 3-pointer Lillard falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going in.
1:51 left to play here in the first. Here's Richardson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. 1-on-1 here. Powell, no one around him. Off target with his 3. It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 4-point game. Richardson finds Doncic. Richardson left side. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now, here's Doncic to stop the run. The rebound by Giles. Trailblazers leading by 6. In the corner, Powell with it. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Giles, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists now in this one.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Porzingis, and they pick up 2.
Such assertiveness. This is why Porzingis is a go-to option on offense. Never afraid to take a big shot.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now Lillard. He's got 5. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. .12 seconds left in the first quarter. Brunson with it. 2 on the clock. And Hardaway with the lay-in.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Portland out in front. They lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
They've got Powell. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Melli in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Mavericks trail by 4. Brunson scanning the floor. Out left to the wing. Marjanovic kicks to Hardaway. No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Anthony finds McCollum. Back to Anthony. And it's McCollum in the corner. Portland moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. That one good for 2.
And McCullough is fantastic in running the screen and roll. He knows how to use the pick to get space to shoot.
And here's Brunson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The pass to Marjanovic. And the shot goes in.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
McCollum against Redick. Elbow shot is on the way. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. Great look, but off the mark. Redick passes to Powell. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Marjanovic. The Trailblazers shooting well, 50% from the floor. Here's Simons. Up top, Cantor, guarded by Marjanovic. Here's Simons. Can't hit that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Hardaway with a wide open look. Trains the three-pointer. Hardaway has got the lead up to 1 now for the Mavs. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say, as a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Stolen. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Powell kicks to Marjanovic. Here's Brunson. Good on the triple. Brunson's got himself on the board with 3 there. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Pass to Giles. Doncic against Lillard. From deep three-point range, Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Powell against Richardson. Powell, the pass to Giles. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Capable of being a defensive anchor. Keith Cauley Stein is positioning himself to swat shots.
There's 31 seconds left in the first half.
And teams have nights like this when the shots that usually drop just won't go down. That's when you have to rely on your defense, and that's the only way to stay in the game.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Lillard fires away from way outside, but they'll get another chance. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Here's Porzingis, and yes, it's good. And it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley-Stein. Aware he must keep improving as a passer.
And thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They're in better shape now than they were at one point when they... And that'll...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Damian Lillard out there with Powell. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agree, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. Here's Doncic. He sinks the 11-footer. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Lillard from outside bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 8.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, he may just have to put a little more arc under that, but either way, it's a tough shot.
Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Powell with it. Out defended by CLA Stein. Up top, Hollis Jefferson. Richardson against Lillard. 5 on the clock. Pass to Nurkic. Over Porzingis. Nurkic can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Ollie Stein in the post. Working on Collins. And it's off the back rim. No good. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Makes it off the glass. Hollis Jefferson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Now, here's Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Cauley Stein. And the rejection by Collins.
An established defender at a young age. Collins has the timing and the reach to block shots.
Here's Doncic. Cauley Stein. The tip in on the offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Lillard against Doncic. For the tie. Lillard misses.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. D, I mean, it's ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
And Finney Smith gets it to go.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And they go to the intentional foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. This is his first free throw of the game.
76% from the line a season ago.
Free throw good, McCollum. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
To the middle, here's McCollum. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Outside Hardaway. Here's the three. They get it back.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Back to McCollum. Takes a three. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside for Redick. To the wing right side. Brunson with a clean look. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. And a wide open look for McCollum. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
I think McCollum's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from the area.
Outside Hardaway. But they recover it. Goes up again, and that one's good. Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 8 points.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Melli in at the 4. Dallas calls timeout.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. He looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zingas, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Mike Powell comes in for Nicolo Melli. Hardaway's checked in for Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Giles. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Lillard. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys.
So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kanter. Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Derek Jones in for C.J. McCollum. Doncic dishes the Powell. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one. And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. Clearly has something left to offer.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lillard from deep three-point land, traps in the tray.
And the three-pointers is becoming a weapon for him now. You can see it. I mean, this is his second of this half, third overall.
Doncic looking it over. Banked in off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Now Lillard. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. But he did it, and this opened things up for him.
Doncic against Jones. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And Dallas again with the bucket.
He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
Doncic against Lillard. From deep. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell's got his 4th rebound in this one. Doncic outside. Passes it to Powell. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in. And Doncic is right there.
How about the poise from Doncic? Right there. He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Lillard again missing. Mavericks leading by 5. Here's Finney-Smith. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Lillard, the pass to Jones. Lillard dishes to Nurkic, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. The Mavericks have gotten it done so far from the field here in the 4th, going 6 for 7. Doncic against Jones. Now here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. Cauley Stein kicks to Doncic. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Yeah, it's quite unlikely, but we've seen crazy things happen. Gotta like how calm McCullough is. Even in big parts of the game, you can depend on him to step his game up.
Jones against Doncic. The pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic with it.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Doncic with the steal. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Porzingis against Cantor. Richardson kicks to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. It was. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it. The bustling city of Portland. And with
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Baca is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Batum in at the small forward. And for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Here's Cousins. That shot missing. Good D by Covington. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And it's blocked. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. At the tip.
With hands wider than the dimensions of the basketball, Kawhi able to control it with ease.
Lillard against George. Lillard, the pass to Covington.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The deep 3 from George. Damian Lillard pulls it in. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here's George. The Blazers getting the bucket. Floats it up for Cousins. And Batum kicks to George. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here's Powell. Back to Lillard. There's the triple. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Nurkic with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And Jones slams it in.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Jones, the rebound by Ibaka. And it's the Clippers' ball. 4-point game. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. The putback. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Lillard from outside. Offensive rebound, but they get it back. Jones finds Lillard. Fires for 3. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
The shot, no good.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Powell, no one around him. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
To me, there's a fine line between being aggressive and just flat out forcing it. His inability to make shots right now is sinking the ship.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And Ibaka slams it in.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
George against Lillard. 1:22 left to play in the first quarter. Releases from 15, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time. And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Here's George. after the made shot from Robert Covington. Cousins dishes to Batum. Here's Leonard, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Kicks it out to Collins. There's the pass to Simons. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Down low. Stolen by Zubac. Kennard against Kanter. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line. Just a shade under 90%.
Outside Collins. And there's Enes Kanter on the assist by Collins.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Kanter's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 5. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking and the game continues on.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Simons, the pass to McCollum, and that one is good. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. Whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Outside Rondo. Wide open look here for Zubac. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Simons, the pass to Kanter. And it's McCollum in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. Now the feed to Collins. Pass to McCollum. The shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. McCollum against Zubac. From the arc. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Now he's checked in for Portland. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Ibaka's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
The three. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. And the Clippers with a change here too. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubats. Lillard against Rondo. It's stolen by Rondo. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending. And here we go. Coach's challenge on that goaltending call. Now, the coach didn't think the call was correct.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
And you see Serge, he's still somewhat mechanical on the drive, but it can be effective.
Passes it to Simons. And here's Jones. Pass to Simons. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Up top, Leonard, defended by Covington. Jones against Ibaka. Just 5 to shoot. Cousins trying to free himself up. Ibaka, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 5. Up the floor. Here's Jones. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Jones has got 6 points.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
The deep three from George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the three. So far, not paying dividends.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Jones from outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Damian Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Clippers trail by 9. The deep three from George. Los Angeles with another miss.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
They get the rebound. Three-pointer. And so it's Portland ahead by 9. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At one stretch in the opening period, and that's a...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
And the Clippers call time here. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. it creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. We've got Robert Covington, Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 3. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with.
And that's Dame showing that competitive side. Loves a good duel, especially from range.
Leonard finds Beverly. Shoots from 12. Good D by Covington.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, again, just a lackluster transition defense.
Powell with the steal. Back to Lillard from deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better. That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Lillard surveying the D. Covington kicks to Powell. Clock at 6. Back to Covington. And the rejection by Zubac. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. Collins comes in for Robert Covington. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Man. Los Angeles with another miss.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Ibaka's checked in. Long range from the inbound. Jones for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Jones has got 9.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Rondo with the ball. He's picked up by Collins. Basket counts.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Lillard outside. Outside, Jones. Back to Lillard. Launches a 3. Batum grabs the miss.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And it goes down 2 points. Rondo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And the pass to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 13. Rondo against Lillard. Rondo can't get it to go. Portland's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Jones dishes to Cantor. Collins passes to Jones. Collins in the post. Kicks it out to McCollum. That one's good from the corner. He's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers trail by 15. 1:04 left to play in the third. Here's Rondo. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Over to the wing. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Over Rondo. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball. Jones finds Canner. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And a deep three from Lillard. They grab their own miss. Back to McCollum. From deep three-point range. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 11.
Yeah, great outside shooting. Really fueling this run.
Rondo looking over the floor. And the rejection by Collins. And so it's Portland in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the point guard position. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Batum for 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Collins with it. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Kicks it out to Collins. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Offline with his 3. And so Cousins will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 16. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. On up the court. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Kicks it out to Collins. Back to McCollum. And stolen by Cousins. Batum wide open. He fires. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Inside. Outside for Batum. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Batum's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Clippers. Lillard, the pass to Cantor. The dish to McCollum. Powell with it. Shot from the wing. Drained for 2 points. Lillard's got 11 in the second half.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Trailblazers leading by 16. McCollum with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. McCollum passes to Cantor. Back to Powell. Lillard fires away from way outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Batum attacking. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Batum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. McCollum left side. The offensive rebound. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Passes to McCollum. For 3. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Clippers trail by 14. The 3 from George. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Lillard fires away from way outside. No good on that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And here's George for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
George against Lillard. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 8 points in the quarter.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
Hits the three-point bomb.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Portland.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Damian Lillard.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Pass to Powell. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
Lobbed up there for Collins.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team.